There's one major story in world football that I'm getting sick and tired of. And it's Trent Alexander-Arnold and the potential for him to move to Real Madrid at the end of this season. Now look, Trent has been a loyal servant to Liverpool, and in a lot of respects, some of the trophies that I've seen Liverpool win in the past number of seasons, Trent has had a huge involvement in Liverpool winning those trophies. But at the end of the day, we've seen other, I'll call it Liverpool legends, but successful Liverpool players leave the club to go to Real Madrid in the past. The two big names that come to my mind are both Michael Owen and Steve McManaman. But also, too, we can't ignore both Phil Coutinho as well as Suarez, who went to Barcelona as well when Barca was just in their prime. And I look at Trent, and the difference between Trent and these other players is that Liverpool is one of, if not the best team in the world currently on form. So I don't really understand why Trent wants to leave the club that badly, considering how successful Liverpool have been this season. We're going to probably win the Premier League, right? A trophy that if you're a true Liverpool fan, you know that trophy is among them all. We've seen us win the Champions League. The only Premier League we've seen since before 1990 is one in the 2020 season, when fans really couldn't even actually actively celebrate us winning a trophy that means that much. And now we're in a position to where Trent Alexander-Arnold is rumored to go to Real Madrid, and in a lot of respects, I like the fact that Trent isn't being that vocal in the media about the potential for him to go to Real Madrid. But on the flip side of things, I also hate it because we've seen Salah and Van Dijk talk about their contract extensions, or really even lack thereof, in the media as well. You've seen both of them. Salah has complained in this season about how the fact that he hasn't even received a new contract from Liverpool. And Virgil van Dijk, very classily, in a classy manner that is, has said that, listen, we're going to figure all this out, and the fans will know at the end of the season what the deal is. Trent hasn't said anything. And at the start of the season, I felt it was a good thing for him to do that because it showed respect to Liverpool. But now we're at a position to where you're going to leave your boyhood club for money. And I don't care what anyone says, and you could spin it however you want. You're going to leave for money and for glory because you don't think your boyhood club, who is one of the best teams in the world right now, is good enough for you. And I think it's bullshit. I watched Liverpool play Manchester City this past weekend. Every player on that pitch impressed me in some capacity, except for Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's going to go to Real Madrid, and let me tell you something, he's going to get picked apart and sit on the bench there like other players have who thought it was a better idea for them to move to Real Madrid. Do you think that Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to get the grace at Real Madrid that he is given at Liverpool Football Club, where he can just put in stinkers of performances and then essentially get the start the next week? I was tweeting all through our game against Manchester City this past weekend, and honestly and truthfully, all I could think to myself is, we need to get Connor Bradley more fit and able to withstand games in a regular fitness, because this season, he's been better than Trent. Now, don't get me wrong, I completely recognize the fact that Trent Alexander-Arnold can ping a ball 60 yards, have it drop at a player's feet. He's incredibly talented when it comes to his passing ability. But his general play as a right back, I'm sorry, it is not impressive enough for him to be behaving the way he is in the media and with the Real Madrid talks. I think a lot of Liverpool fans would honestly respect it more if Trent came out and said, look, I love this club, but I'm getting a lot of interest from another huge club, and I will, from a personal perspective, not from how I feel about Liverpool, from a personal perspective, I would be a fool not to look into the interest that I'm receiving from the best club in world football. I think a lot of us would be like, you know what? All right, you don't know what you want to do yet, but right now we're at a situation where I genuinely feel we're going to get to the end of the season, and Trent Alexander-Arnold's going to be like, That was a great Premier League title. Thank you guys for all the memories. I'm gonna go to Spain. You guys all good? No, we're not all good. Like you're going there because you think that Real Madrid is better than Liverpool, and they're not. That club is not better than us right now. I'm sorry. We proved it in the Champions League. And you're gonna go there with your friend Jude. Here's something that most Liverpool fans won't want to actually admit. Jude's 2 times the player that Trent Alexander-Arnold is. Trent Alexander-Arnold can pick a pass like no one I've ever seen at the right back position, but defensively he is shocking. And he's going to have defensive responsibilities when he goes to Real Madrid. And when he puts in performances like he has at Liverpool this season, they're going to sit him on the bench. They don't care there. If you are not playing well, they will sit you. And at this point, I'm getting so frustrated with this guy that I really don't feel I need to give Trent Alexander-Arnold any grace anymore. Until I'm heard otherwise, I'm just going to assume that you are leaving for Real Madrid. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so you know every time I make a new video. I'm currently on track to 1,000 subscribers, so any and all support, I really, really appreciate it. Trent, I hope you proved me wrong from this video, but from what I have seen so far this season, I think you're going to backstab your boyhood club. Thank you all. Peace.